Welcome back. So we have been awash in very public apologies lately, but what makes a good apology and what makes a not so good apology? Life coach Amber Rochelle is here. You help us through these things on a regular basis. So let's start with a good apology. What are some of the characteristics of a good apology?
Yeah, so first of all, you want to make sure you actually use the words "I'm sorry"
Yes.
or "I apologize for." You want to take responsibility for your actions, right? So say, "I know that I did something wrong." You definitely want to acknowledge the pain that you caused to the person. So say, "I know how much this hurt you," or, "I'm so sorry that you had to suffer in this way." And then ask for forgiveness. Don't just assume that they're going to forgive you, but ask for that. And then say, "Let me know if there's anything I can do to make it up to you."
So you need to be really thoughtful about what it is that you're saying.
Yes, for sure.
What do you not want to say?
Do not use the word "but." Don't say "I'm sorry, but." That is the absolute worst thing that you can do when you are apologizing. You also don't want to turn it back around on the victim and say, "Well, I wouldn't have done that if you hadn't done this," right? So that's making an excuse. That's, not taking responsibility for it. And you don't want to downplay how they're feeling either. You don't want to say, "I'm sorry, but you're really making too big of a deal out of this."
Yeah, that would be terrible. That kind of defeats the purpose of an apology, I would feel like. So what about when you should apologize? Should you always apologize? Is there a time you never should apologize? Have you waited too long at some point?
I think that you should only apologize if you are sincere. Because here's the thing, the point of apologizing is to repair a relationship, right? It's to make up for something that you did. And if you're not sincere, then that's dishonest. If you're just saying it to get yourself out of hot water, usually people can tell when you're not telling the truth. And I also think that, sooner is better. So the sooner that you apologize, the better. But it is true, better late than never. I mean, there's people who have had relationships where they didn't talk to somebody for 3 years, and a simple phone call and an apology can repair that broken relationship.
Is there ever a time that you just simply shouldn't apologize? I mean, where you're genuinely right, and maybe it does, mean that your relationship is over? Or is an apology something that could just always be effective if you find the right way to do it?
I think it can always be effective if you find the right way to do it. But again, you want to make sure that you are sincere.
Yeah.
So don't, choose your words very carefully.
Yeah. Well, so seeing all of these public apologies that we've been seeing from stars, politicians, are there things that you've been learning or watching them and thinking that was a bad choice?
I am literally appalled by some of the public apologies that I've been seeing. I mean, the thing is, if you think about it, if you're in the public eye, like it or not, there's people that are going to look up to you. You are going to be a role model to people. And so if you've already done something horrible and made a mistake, and then you get up on, a public platform and do all the things that we just talked about not to do, that's pretty disappointing. And it sets a really bad example.
So your bottom line here is that think about it, it seems to me, prepare your apology, make sure it's about the person you've wronged and that it's sincere.
Yes. Yep.
Awesome. As always, thank you very much. It's really not that difficult, right?
It's really not. It's really not. It all comes down to being really thoughtful.
Yeah. Amber Rochelle, thank you very much. More on Amber at her website, amberrochelle.com. MJ, over to you.